Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us for this episode of According to Sacha Podcast. We're here with you every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with new guests and professionals, business owners, motivational speakers, whatever their industry is or whatever their professionalism is. That's who we have on our show. And I do apologize for my slight delay. But I definitely appreciate you being here. For everyone who's watching and everyone who's listening, we're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, everything that's scrolling down at the bottom of the list here. And then we're also on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So thank you, everybody who is joining us tonight. Tonight, I have a special guest. Her name is Candy King. She's a real estate agent. We're going to talk about all things real estate. If you're looking to buy a house, sell a house, or just want to know if the market is right to buy or sell, we're going to have those questions answered for you tonight. But before we do, you know what I got to do, right? Like, follow, and share. Like, follow, and share all of our platforms. Everywhere that we are, I want you to like, follow, and share. Because what you do for this platform, you do for everyone else who comes up here. My heart desire is to help everyone to broaden their audience and to let someone new find out about these guests that I have on my show. And we're just looking forward to another good episode. And this is the last episode for this season and this year, you guys. So I'm going to take me a little break and we'll be back in February. I think the first episode is going to be February 2nd. It's the first Thursday in February. And guess what? It's going to be our 1-year anniversary as well. It's like, yay! So I am so excited. And thank you so much for a wonderful year. I couldn't have done it without you guys. I couldn't have done it without all of the guests, all of the show sponsors, everyone who's been a support. I've gotten my Spotify wrap information. It's like all the stats for your show, all the shows and everything that you had going on with the podcast. And, thank you guys, because we are, as far as the content I've created, it's been like 95% above anyone else in the business category. So we're leading in that area. I saw where we're extending out globally. We've made it down to Ecuador. We're in Italy. We're in Australia, India, Singapore. We're everywhere. So I am truly looking forward to next year being a great year, and we're going to change up some things on the platform. I got some new stuff. So yeah, I just want to make sure that you all are here with me and we're excited and gonna have a good year, you guys. So, I've also been doing this 12 days of Christmas holiday giveaway. I've partnered with some amazing business owners. We've given out some great gifts so far. I do have a gift tonight, and I will be giving away. Let's see, what am I going to give away tonight? Let's show it on the screen real quick. Oh, no, that's not it. But you know what? I don't have it up here. Okay, so forgot to add it, but I'm going to do it right now so y'all can see it. So I'm going to be giving away hotel accommodations, 3 nights hotel accommodations to either Miami. You have your choice: Miami, Las Vegas, or Daytona Beach. And it's sponsored by Butterfly Rose Enterprises. So this is our day 3 holiday giveaway, you guys. So 3 nights, accommodations, and as far as the rules and the contest, you have to be live to watch it. So whoever's watching tonight, you answer my Christmas trivia question correctly, you're the winner of the prize. Now, because I could change the rules a little bit, because I could do that. In case no one answers correctly while we are live, still answer, because I still would choose a winner. Okay. And I might have some different criteria if that comes up, but let's go ahead and be engaged tonight and, play into this trivia. So I will be doing that shortly. Okay. It'll be in the midst of the show for tonight. And then, but I do want to share a couple of things. Like I said, I looked at the wrap. This is some of my stats here as far as the number of episodes that I've done so far. And it has 3 countries up there, but technically that's on Spotify. But on Anchor, I have more countries that are actually listening. And yeah, one of my top shows that's up there is one of my own podcast, not the one that interviews, but the Blueprint of Success Begins with You. And if you're interested in wanting to listen to that, go ahead to, like I said, I'm on Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, even on my Facebook page, according to Sacha Podcast, you could always go and listen to it there. And definitely, if you haven't heard the Blueprint of Success Begins with You, you definitely want to listen to that because it is really good and it could help you set you up for 2023. Okay. And let's see. Hey, Otley, how you doing? Let's see what else do I have. I'm just excited tonight, you guys. Because Candy King is not only a real estate agent, she's one of my good friends as well. So I'm excited to have her on. But I want to get enough people in here to come on in the space, and so we can enjoy this conversation tonight. But while we're waiting, I see what else I have to play. I'm gonna go ahead and play one of my sponsors, and I'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Erica Jefferson, and I am the owner of Snatching Bodies Beauty Bar, located here in Hampton, Virginia, where we offer facials, vajacials, sugar waxing, hard wax, and intimate bleaching, and much more. We also offer all natural and organic body care products, as well as always accepting new clients. Come check us out. The holidays are approaching, and we hope to see you soon.
All right, so that is my show sponsor for the month. And definitely, if you're in the 757 area, in the surrounding area, definitely, if you need any of those services, go check her out. For anyone that is a new client, you do get 15% off, and it is Snatching Bodies Beauty Bar. And it is in Hampton, Virginia. So like I said, if you're local, definitely come out and check it out. I do have one more announcement to make, and I want to talk about the Own It Anthology. Miss Marissa, she is fabulous. I'll be sharing more information about this, but this is a conference that's coming up. It's an international conference. If you are looking to own it in 2023, you definitely want to register for this conference. Okay, it is going to be in the DR. Okay, yes, in April. And so I'll make sure you have all the information as far as the links and everything with that. And I'm about to bring up Miss Candy, but I have one more video to play, and we'll be back with Candy King. Entrepreneurship, small business, is something that everybody would love to do, making their own money. And this is what we will be talking about on According to Sacha.
Okay, go sit down. Go sit down for me.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, Candy.
Hey.
You're on mute. Hey. Can you hear me? Okay, so we got some technical difficulties on Candy's side. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Candy, can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Sacha?
I can hear you now, yes. Hey, how you doing tonight?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Hey,
yeah,
everybody. How you doing?
You still got that delay going on, but
Yeah, I'm
we're
still
gonna
having
make
some
it
audio
through it.
issues. It's still going in and out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna make it through it. So, Candy, we have Candy King here
You want me to go
tonight, you
ahead?
guys. Huh? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit. I'll because it's going in and out, so I'm not sure, but I'm gonna do my best here. Okay. Hello,
All right.
everybody. My name is Candy King. I am a realtor with Melanie Matthews and Associates. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. I've been a realtor for about 9, going on 10 years. Before I became a realtor, I was an investor. And I still have investment properties and I've done flips. So I know a little bit about both sides of the game. I've done a little bit of everything when it comes to real estate. I've sold a lot of homes over uh, even when as far as up in selling down in Suffolk. So I do all 7 cities. So wherever it is, I'm going to sell it. Um, I will get into some of the loan types. Sasha has a specific question for me. There's a couple of types of different loans for you out there. Right now we have the conventional, we have FHA, we have VA, and USDA. The conventional loans, those you have to put down at least from 3% up to 20%. What you're trying to do. You do have PMI with that. The lender mortgage insurance. That don't pay off. There's also the FHA, which you put down 3.5%. Um, there is a credit requirement to that, but it will depend on the lender that you go to, what their overlay is going to be. Because you can do a loan as low as 580, but it does depend on the overlay of the actual lender. Then we have the VA loan for military personnel, active duty military, and retirees and vets. And that's a really good deal because you can really get into your house with no money down. As you know, it's 100%. They do have a funding fee that you have to pay, but if you have disability from the military, you may not have to pay that funding fee. Um, Sorry, I forgot to put my phone on vibrate. 101, I forgot about that. um, and then there's a USDA. That is good for in a rural area. You're living out, well, I can't even say Suffolk is really rural anymore, but if you go deep, deep in Suffolk, that'll be a rural area. You can do percent financing with that. And they help low to moderate income personnel. Um, you depending on how you do USDA, you can do USDA direct, and you may be able to get in the house without having the best of credit. I've done some of the. You can go USDA indirect by going through a lender, but if you go straight to USDA, it takes a little to get it done. Um, Sasha, did you have a question for me?
Yeah, I have several
You said you have a
questions for you. So let's go ahead and
question.
yes, let's go ahead and engage in a good conversation because you did give out some really good information so far. And I know there's a delay, so I'll try to talk slow so you could catch it on the end. And if I have to, I'll put it in the chat for you too. We're gonna try to work around your
Okay.
technical difficulties. But all right, so you did say a lot of good things because everybody, she's excited, right? She just got right into it. She didn't even let me even ask any questions. She was just ready to roll. That's what I like.
Yeah, I
So
just
she was
lost
getting, so
you.
she's, so
Yes. Okay.
so she definitely have given out some good information. So Candy, so the one of the questions I do have for you, um, in regards to this market that we're in right now, and I know that you just said that there are some loans that people can get even if their credit is not the best. So what is kind of go over that again, like the minimum credit score, but even though they can still get that loan, what do they need to do to prepare for a better interest rate with higher credit?
Okay, I think I got half of that because it kept going in and out. I want to tell you this. I'm going to answer what I think you said. Okay. Of course, you can do a loan at 580, but the better your credit score, the better your rate will be. Interest rates right now they're still kind of high. This time last year, the rate was like 319. Let's just say around about 319, 3.19. And right now, I think it's like 6. So the market has slowed down a little because people have gotten out because they're scared by the how do you say it? The overpricing of house, not really overpricing, but we had a lot of the highest and best. Customers were bidding like $5,000-$10,000 over asking price. That's starting to like disappear. So the market is kind of changed. It really depends on the house that you're getting. Some of them are hot like that or fly off the like in a couple of days, and some of them are starting to sit. And if you notice, if you're riding around, you'll see signs in the yard. You could ride everywhere. You ain't see signs in the yard at all. So it is changing. So it's getting back to ask for closing cost stuff now. So it is different. So I would encourage you, if you want to buy, don't be scared. Just jump into the market. Because in actuality, it is still cheaper to buy than it is to rent, because rent is ridiculous. And if you're out there trying to rent, you already know just what's going to happen when you try to rent somewhere.
Yeah. So my next question is,
I'm looking to see if you put a question in there. I don't see a question.
I'm gonna ask it. So my next question is, I've seen a lot of people, put out there, that having a house or owning a house is a liability. It's a liability. And then you have the other side talking about, it's an asset. So can you talk about how having a house is more of an asset than a liability?
Okay. When you buy a house, of course, you got to fix in the house. As time goes on, things are going to break down. You have to fix it. But a house can be an asset. As you paying that mortgage down, as you pay your mortgage down, you create what's called equity in your home. That equity, you can use that equity to, if you want to fix up stuff in your home, you can borrow against the equity in your home. You can use the equity to buy another property. And I'll give you a perfect example. I renovated my house a few years ago. So, I'm like most of us, I really didn't have the money to do it. So what I did is I pulled the equity out of my home and refinanced the loan and pulled the money out to do the renovations to my home. And in turn, I increased my value of my home. And another thing that I have done too, I've mentioned I had investment properties. I have used my investment property to leverage myself. I have pulled the equity out of one investment property, used it to purchase another investment property. And I purchased that second one that I purchased it with cash because of the equity that I have in the other property and then in the first investment property. So having a house is definitely an asset. You can use it to pay off your loans. I mean, at one time, I even, in my car, I put that in there so I didn't have to pay it. I put it into the loan. So definitely a home is an asset.
That's good. That's good. And then when you're, just to kind of elaborate, even when you mention about putting other finances, like your car, inside of a loan, it's basically like when you go to refinance and you have that option to consolidate all of your expenses, whether it's credit cards, cars and things of that nature, and you can actually consolidate it under your refinancing loan on your home. So in that way you bring yourself down to one payment. So you're not paying all these different things out there. So that's really good to know how the house can be more of an asset.
Have to go back
in
to
so many
credit
different
cards.
ways than as a liability. With this market that we're in, because everyone's talking about, you got the inflation. Inflation is making the interest rate go up. Then they keep talking about the recession. Is it still a good time to buy?
Hey, I lost your question. If you ask me something, I didn't get the question.
Is it still a good time to buy, even with the market, even with we're, kind of teetering on this recession?
I'm going to say this because that's a question we get all the time. Is it a good time? Is it a good time to buy? Um, and I'm going to use the limit. A lot of people said, before the pandemic hit, that it wasn't a good time. They say, well, is this a good time to buy? Then what happened? We got the pandemic. Everybody was stuck in apartments or townhouses, stuff where they couldn't get out. And the market got flooded because people got tired of being stuck in them they couldn't get out because of the pandemic, because you couldn't go anywhere. So now, if you say it's a good time to buy, it's if your credit is good and you got your money together, I would say go ahead and buy, because it is better to have an asset, an appreciating asset, than to paying somebody else's rent. You got to remember, every time that you pay a rent to somebody, you putting their child through college, you paying their car notes, you could even be paying their house note. I mean, think about that. We don't think about this. You say, I don't want the responsibility, but you paying for all this extra stuff, and they just sitting back collecting the check. But then you complain about they not fixing anything. Think about it. They getting your money. You're gonna be there because you have to have a place to stay. And if you had your own place, you could do whatever you wanted. You could paint the walls whatever color you wanted. You can go out and do whatever you wanted to do in the yard. You can do anything. You can refinance it, get the money out, go shopping, do some other stuff. Leverage yourself to buy another house. Do some investments.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good. We have Oddly out here. He has a very good comment. Oddly Lewis are you still doing financing? Are you still doing loans, Oddly? Home ownership is responsible for 55% of the wealth. Okay, of the wealth in the country. So that's a very good comment, Oddly. Thank you so much for leaving that, because we want to make it visible, being able to see and understand and hear the fact that this is where a lot of wealth does come from. And I know that a lot of things have changed. I know, with one of the biggest things everybody always knew about, you buy a house so you can claim it on your taxes. It was like, everybody just said, oh yeah, they're going to buy the house. They know they could claim it on their taxes, but some things have changed on the tax side because of the standard deduction versus the itemized deductions. So, there are a lot of people now that feel like, what's the use of getting a house if I can't claim it? So that's one good comment there that Oddly left. Let's see what else we have. The Ari said even the dog gets new outfits. So when you're saving money. All right. So now I have a lot of my viewers are all over the country. Now you are here locally, but if they were to reach out to you, could you still assist them in getting ready for a purchase of a home or actually purchasing a home?
Yes, I can still assist them in their home buying process. I won't be there physically, but I can still assist them with their home buying process. Yes, I will be able to help them out.
All right, so I'm gonna put another comment up here. Oddly, it's a good time to buy because the sales
question in there.
flat, and you don't have to compete to win a contract. So you have anything to say about what Oddly just mentioned right here?
And flat haven't completed. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, do you have any comments about that? Or
well, I haven't. Well, you still have. Okay. Well, back in the summers, you were competing against. We had 5, 6 offers, 10 offers. We got so many offers on houses. We had to stop accepting offers because we got so many. Now the market is getting a little flatter. So I was like, yeah, go ahead. You can. It is a great time to buy because you not that piece we had to do before. It's there, but it's not as bad as it was. Like I said, because you can ask for closing costs and stuff now. You're able to ask for that. Instead of having to bid $5,000, $10,000 over whatever the asking price is. You can give them asking, or depending on how long it's been on the market, you may be able to negotiate the price too now. I mean, it's a little bit different. Before, it's like it was a seller's market. It's starting to change. I'm not going to say it's a complete seller's market or complete buyer's market right now, but the market is changing.
Okay, that's good. Now I have so this one thing, kind of doubling back to how you can leverage owning a home, is it already, mentions you can also put your house in a trust or a will. And that's like for legacy building. And so that's something definitely to
Mm-hmm.
consider when you are, purchasing a house. It's not just for today, it's not just for the next year, but it is something that extends over, and it's what I want to call it, like, what is it, like living assets or something like that they call it, when it actually transcends over into other generations. So you definitely want to look at those opportunities and your options when you are looking to purchase a home. um Here's a question from Mama You. I'm gonna put it on the screen. So do you have any advice for the home buying process for someone who is self-employed?
Okay. For someone that's self-employed, the home buying process is still gonna be the same. If you're self-employed, you're gonna have to use. You're still gonna have to prove your income and stuff. Now, there are some programs out there that you, depending on, there are some programs out there that you can do, um, but you still have to like prove everything that you got, like your assets. You have to show that. You're gonna have to show your profit and loss statement for the last 2 years as employed, because do you remember the lender is lending you money? Want to make sure that you get paid for it. And I would encourage everybody to attend a home buying workshop. The market for the first time, or you bought your first house maybe 10 years ago. A lot of stuff has changed. I am a VHDA qualified trainer, and I do teach classes on that, on home buying. I do those absolutely free. I do have some upcoming classes that are coming up. I have a class in January 14th. They're all on Saturdays, January 14th, February 18th, and March 11th. And they're from 9:15 to 3:30. And that once you complete this class, I give you a certificate at the end of the class. That certificate is worth money for you. It's part of a down payment. So, if for some reason you can't attend the ones in person, you can do it online. I also do the second Saturday of every month, a webinar that you were able to. So if you reach out to me to get that information, I can send you the link. You can sit in the comfort of your own home or in your bed and just turn on your Zoom and get the information. It's a lot of stuff for first-time home buyers, and for people that are have already. I would invite everyone to go ahead and do. Got my up on Facebook is Candy King dash by your dream, and my Instagram is, she's gonna laugh at me because I can never remember the stuff. It's Candy King 17. But you can always email me at buyyourdream@gmail.com as well. So if you want to reach out to me, I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. If you need help getting signed up for the classes, I can help you with that as well.
Yeah, and everybody, I'll make sure that her information is in the chat, in the links for her, for her classes. Like I said, her email and everything will be in the chat as well. And so I'm going to take just a pause real quick, and I'm going to do a giveaway real quick. Okay, so don't go ahead. I'm going to keep you on the screen too, because so that way you can have a good time with me right now. All right, you guys. So I am doing this 12 days of Christmas holiday giveaway. And if you're watching from any of the platforms, LinkedIn, if you're watching from Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook, make sure that you put the answer to the question in the chat. The first person that I see answer this question correctly while we're live, you will get, hold on, let's go back again just in case y'all missed it. You get to win a 3-night hotel accommodation. You have your choice between Miami, Las Vegas, or Daytona Beach. And that's what we're giving away, and it's sponsored by Butterfly Rose Enterprises. All right, so the question is, all right, you guys, you ready? Y'all ready? Okay, I need to get a drum roll or something. I need to get that sound. All righty. In the song, 12 Days of Christmas, how many gifts, the total number, right? How many gifts were given in the song 12 Days of Christmas? I want the total amount of gifts that were given. Yeah, I gotta.
Can I win this prize too? Can you put it in the chat? So
You know what? I don't know. I didn't consider guests being participants. So
I'm just joking because I didn't hear the question, so I didn't hear what the question was.
Oh, okay. Mama U, she won 364 gifts.
Yes.
Yes, congratulations, Mama U. Congratulations. So I will get you the information for the hotel accommodations. I'll get you all the information. I'll send it over to you. And Chantonay, who is the owner of Butterfly Rose Enterprises, she'll be in contact with you as well. Sorry, Nakia, you're late. As the first person that said it, 364 was going to get it. So, and I don't have any like runner-ups. So, but tune in tomorrow night. I got another gift coming out tomorrow night. So tune in tomorrow night, get the answer right. The first person who gets it right gets the prize. Okay. You got to get your math right. How much did you get? Yeah, so we want to congratulate Mama U for winning that. You know what? I'm gonna do one more. I just feel like giving. She's not gonna mind. Okay, so I got another question. Okay, guys, y'all ready? In the movie Christmas Story, what was Ralphie's little brother's name? First person who answered it correctly gets the prize. Get the same prize. What was Ralphie's little brother's name in the Christmas Story? Do, 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 do. I think they all going over to Google. I think they're Googling it right now. Kia got it. All right. Randy was the correct answer. That was Ralphie's little brother's name. Randy. All right. Congratulations. So we had 2 winners tonight. That's what I love, being the founder of something, because I can break my rules or change the rules or whatever I like to do. It's always fun. So congratulations, Kia. Congratulations to Mama U. Both of y'all will get a 3-night hotel accommodation. You have your choice between Miami, Daytona Beach, or Las Vegas. And we'll get the information out to you. And yeah, thank you so much, Chantonay, who is the owner of Butterfly Rose Enterprise. Thank you for always coming alongside with me and partnering with these trip giveaways or the hotel accommodation giveaways. I really do appreciate our partnership throughout the year, and I'm looking forward to 2023 with you as well. So we're going to get back to Candy real quick. We'll go ahead and close out in a little bit. Anybody have any other questions?
Okay.
Any real estate questions? Anybody out there? If y'all have real estate questions to ask, put it in the chat so that way we can do it real quick before we wrap up. One of the questions I have, Candy, and I'm going to put it in the chat. So talk about the grant opportunities that are out there for purchasing homes or for down payments.
Okay, there are grants available out there. Each city in Virginia does have grants through their cities. Even if not in Virginia, check with your housing authorities where you live at, because there are grants available to buy homes. There is one grant out that I found out about earlier. It's called Waters Path Grant, and you can get up to $10,000 on that grant for first-time home buyers. And there's also stuff for people buying a second home as well. It's a nonprofit grant, and it kind of picks up where FHA drops off. So if you have a high DTI, that's debt to income ratio, they go to 56%. So, and even with the grants, there are certain conditions that you have to meet. Whomever your lender is can look these grants up for you, or your realtor may know some of them as well and give you some information on it. But definitely, when you're sitting down with someone, I would definitely ask about the grants. What can you get once you're starting the process?
Yeah, that's good.
But, go ahead.
No, I was going to say
Wilder Path Foundation. I got it backwards. Yeah.
So it's definitely good information to know your options that are.
Thank you, my friend.
A lot of times people, they don't know. And when you're working with a realtor who is well informed and that know, a lot of the different options you have, the opportunities, you can get something without having to come out of pocket, just to, for a down payment. You got down payment assistance. You have grants that could go towards the purchase of your home. Anything that's going to lessen that bill or put money in your pocket, or you don't take any money out your pocket at all. Because there are some people that walk away from the table with money when they close. Some people get checks. So, working with the right realtor and lender is always.
I have done some deals. People walked away. They walked away with money in their pocket. Yes.
Yes, it's always good. So I do have to disclose something because, we got Otley Lewis. I'm just throwing his stuff out here a lot tonight, and Candy. So Otley is a lender, and Candy and Otley works very close, hand in hand together. And just to let you know, yes, they sold me my house. Well, Candy sold me my house. Otley was my lender.
Yes.
And bought my house in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so when I tell you, when you have a realtor and a lender that really care about you getting into your home, so it's not just a sale. It's not just making $1. It's not just commission with some realtors. And I know Candy and Otley are not the only ones out here who care about people getting into their dream homes. But I'm just going to talk about them tonight because they were the ones that got me into mine. And so it really does make a difference when you're shopping around for lenders and real estate agents to really help you. And this was my dream team. They made sure that I had it together. I know everybody out there has already purchased a home. You've been through that whole thing of you can't touch that bank account. You can't touch that money. You got to let it sit. Like I had to go through all of that. And they had to pop my hands a couple of times, but they were there, holding your hand along the way. Otley doing a whole lot of things behind the scenes, and Candy was just working with me and everything. And so we got my home. I moved in my house in February of 2014. Actually, it's going to be, I think, 8 years coming up, 8 or 9 years now. And so, it does make a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so here's a good question. Ginger. Hey, Ginger. Ginger said, how do you go about choosing a realtor?
Okay, there are many different ways that you can go about choosing a realtor. You can go by word of mouth, because if people had a good experience with your realtor, they're definitely going to. There's also go up to VHA.com. VHA stuff is on there. And you may know some people in your church, but there's a lot of different ways you're lending someone to you. But the best thing I found is word of mouth, because if you've done a good job for someone, they're gonna let you know. They're gonna let you know. And ask your friends and family members who's helped them. They can know, then they will tell you. But there's a lot of different ways that you can go to realtor.com. You can go to rainmls.com and look up there. But I would think, you know, it's like there's a lot of different options out there. But when you go and choose your realtor, ask some questions for your realtors. Um, you want to make sure that that you all are on the same wavelength together, that they're going to do what you need done, that they're going to stick with you and walk you through the process, that they know the process. And not knowing, even me, I don't know everything that's out there, but if I don't know, I will tell you I don't know, but find out the answer for you. So you got to have a good team behind you when you're doing this process, because it is long. Because we're going to be in your business for a little while, because we have to be, just to get you your dream home. And we tell you is when you get into the process after you accept an offer, do not go and spend any money. Do not use those credit cards, because you could walk out of a house just by going and buy something that's $45. You could lose your house because you're not supposed to be spending your credit cards. But definitely, if you have questions, ask your team that you're working with, or they should be able to help you out with that.
All right, so one last question before we go. So give like the top 5 ways. I'll put this in the chat too, so make sure you hear me. Top 5 ways that people can prepare to purchase a home.
Prepare to purchase a home. Okay. One, I'm going to say that, okay, first, well, all of this kind of goes hand in hand. I can't say one is better than the other, because it all goes hand in hand. First, you want to work on your credit, because you want your credit as high as possible. Because you're not going to know what you qualify for, because that's a big deal. We have to know what it is. Keep your debt as low as possible, especially your credit card. Your credit card debt, you want to keep it. Some people say 50. I said if you can keep your credit card debt below 30%, that's good, because when they look at your picture, they don't see your smiling face. They don't see that you're a nice person. They looking at numbers. They want to know, can you pay this money back? So the more available credit you have, the better picture it paints for them. So you want to keep it as low as possible. You want to have money in the bank. Reserves are always a plus. So you want to have as much money in the bank as possible. So you want to just keep saving. Just keep saving. Put it in an account that you can't touch. Don't get a debit card to the account. Put it to the bank that you got to go and drive to. You got to make some effort to get to it, so you won't take that. And if you happen to take the money out to borrow it, put it back with interest. Put the money back with interest. But I would work on those things, and it all goes hand in hand. And if you're thinking about doing, the best thing is if you come to me, the first thing we ask, well, how much house are you looking for? When are you expecting to buy? And then the question is, do you qualify for? And that's going to be the main. I don't want to show you something that you're not qualified for. So I want to make sure that you qualify. So we're going to send you to a lender, that you sit down with a lender. And if the lender says don't spend, just do exactly what they say. So save your money, work on your credit, keep your debt down as low as possible. And Aunt Susie and Uncle Bob that like to spend all kinds of money, just you can't be lending money out when you're trying to buy the house. You can't be lending family members money or lending anybody else money when you're trying to buy a house. So manage your money, manage your finances. Just keep an eye on all of that.
That's good. Very good points. Thank you so much, Candy. Thank you for being here tonight and sharing your nuggets of wisdom and just it's at the end of the year, and a lot of people are starting to look at things differently, and you never know who's out there who really wants to, go into home ownership. So it's really good to have everyone, you Otley in the comments, and really giving out some good wisdom tips. Let's see, we still got people. If someone is on, oh, here's another one. If someone is on disability, would that count as income to qualify for a home loan?
Yes, the disability can count because we would have to get, depending on how long you're going to get it. Yes. If you are military and if you're a military veteran or retired military and you have a disability coming from the military, that could possibly waive the funding fee for you. But if you're just a regular person that's on disability, yes, you can count that towards income.
Awesome. And then one last comment here. So Ari says, learn to sacrifice, use money, salon money, and pay off your credit cards. So yeah, so definitely, learn how to sacrifice when you're going through this process, because you want to make sure your debt to income ratio is low. And but thank you so much for being here tonight and sharing all the information. Otley, if you're still here, throw your contact information out there in the chat as well, because you never know, somebody may need a lender and you're already in this chat. So put your information out there. I'll make sure Candy information is in the chat. So Otley, I'm gonna have to get you on the show next time to talk about some lending. So yeah, so thank you so much, everybody. Congratulations again to Mama Yu and Nakia for winning the prizes for tonight. I will be back on live tomorrow, not as a podcast, but tomorrow at 8 p.m. to do my fourth day holiday giveaway. We'll be doing this every night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, giving away gifts up until the 24th. So Christmas Eve will be the last night that we'll do it. So once again, I thank you, all of the business owners that have participated so far, that we've given the gifts away. And I thank you for everyone else that has come alongside. If anybody out there who is a business owner and you're watching this show and you want to get in on this 12 days of Christmas holiday, definitely message me. Let me put my contact information up here, and you can email me as well. And just let me know. It's never too late. You see, tonight I'm giving out 2. So it's never too late to get involved. It is free promo. It's an opportunity for me to give back to other entrepreneurs and business owners, to spread the word about your business. And one of the best ways of doing that and marketing your business is partnering with opportunities like this and giveaways, so you can bring in clients and customers that way. But on that note, I am going to say good night, everybody. Hold on, I got another. Every time I say good night, guys, I see another comment. Love you too. Ari says bye, Candy. Very Okay, thank you so much, everybody, for being here tonight. Once again, remember to command your day and be great in everything you do. And I'll see you back tomorrow at 8 p.m. for the giveaway. Bye. Good night.
All right.